Hi everybody, welcome back. So before we even get started today, we had a message on one of our videos from a what's it called, subscriber, and she asked us a very simple question that we never answered. 16 videos later, she asked, "Which one's Kara and which one's Danielle?" Wow, we're 16 videos in and we never formally. I was looking back on the videos, like, I mean, we never really formally introduced ourselves. So I guess new people don't have an idea. Also, I thought, well, okay, I'm Danielle.
I'm Kara.
Boom. Okay. And, yeah, so she asked us a couple questions. She asked how old we are. I am 42.
I'm 43. I'm the oldest.
Yep, oldest. We are sisters and best friends. I guess say sisters and best friends. Soulmates, yes. Just really, really close. We talk a lot. And so we just like to bring up subjects. I know your general question was, that you liked our videos. So thank you so much. I know you said you liked our videos. But it's funny because I thought that the majority, the people that watch us, I figured that they knew us from like Facebook, just like our friends and our family. I didn't, for some reason, I wasn't thinking about the people who don't know us. And so because of you asking what our names are, which thank you for that, because we probably should introduce ourselves. Because you asked that, I went and looked at our analytics, our YouTube analytics, and we have people, like several people from the UK watching us, and out of our 69 subscribers, we have several from UK watching us, and then some from Australia as well. And I did not even think about that. I was just thinking that everyone that watched us was people we already knew. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, one day I want to go to the UK. I want to go there one day, or Australia. I would love to
go to Italy.
Italy. I would live in Australia. The one country that if I were ever going to move to would probably be Australia.
Well, the only two languages I've ever wanted to learn was Italian and Spanish.
Oh, really?
Just because they're similar. So if you speak Spanish,
yeah,
you can understand Italian people. It's similar.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They just have the last, I think.
Like the origins the same.
It's just the same, yeah, like the same words.
Okay.
So, but I would like that because then that means I could speak two languages and go two different places. But I've never been as much as I like Paris, I don't like French as much as I like Italian.
Yeah, Italian is really, it's a sexy. It's Italy. It's like sexy to me. I don't know what it is about.
It's aggressive. Like they're like aggressive. I like
that.
Well,
they're what's the word? Passionate.
I like that because I'm kind of a passionate person. So
you are. But yeah. So anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your question. I'm sorry I cannot remember your name. I have to look back on the video, but yeah, so we just kind of talk about, I know you had a general question about what we talk about and stuff. It really is what you saw on that video. Just subjects we bring up sometimes. There will be times where we just talk, just talk. Just about things, life. We are, I guess you can say, kind of deep. We're a little bit deep. We have fun with it, but, we like to think. What would you say? We like to think broader and not just so small, and bring up subjects I think that have benefited me in my life through the wisdom of other people. You know what I mean? And then we kind of just like to bring our learnings here and just get opinions on that, because we're not always right about everything, and we don't always we have our own separate opinions. So and just we made a YouTube page because we wanted to get other people's opinions, and just just to have something to do with my sister, to be honest with you. Have something to do with my sister is kind of fun. So yeah. So back to this. So today we wanted to touch on fear, and our and a lot of people have fears. Everyone has a fear of some sort, and you was our last video. Our last video. You talked about you have fear of like falling. Was it falling in love or just love in general?
I have a fear of vulnerability when it comes to the opposite sex.
Okay.
And so I know, like, deep down inside, like, that's kind of living in the past. That's the reason why.
Yeah.
So I have to fix that part of me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I fear. It's always that fear of giving someone your.
Well, yeah, because when you meet people, see, I think that when you meet people, it's that point in time where there's no what's it called, textbook of how it's going to work out, right?
I think I'm afraid of I'm definitely afraid of getting hurt.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But more than anything, I think it's that giving up control.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you date people, it's like you have to be vulnerable.
Yes.
And I'm not good at that. You know what I mean? I'm not good at just being vulnerable. I'm not vulnerable a lot of times.
It doesn't come naturally.
It doesn't come naturally to me. Like,
see, that's
like,
what makes
you know, like when I
we're
talk
different.
To you,
This is where Kara and I are different, because people often think that we're the same.
We're not.
And you know, like you're saying, personalities, and we have some a lot of common interests. But this is where we're different. I am someone who does trust, and I always put it this way: like I start people off with 100%. Like you get 100 points, right? This is just this is like a
See, I'm the opposite. I
start
with
with
0,
and then when I start with 100, and then you have to start doing things for me to start shaving off points, and then so I'm always very optimistic with people, and I'm always in the belief that people are mostly good. Is that naive? That might be naive. I don't know. It's just how I operate, and then it works for me though. Like it works for me because I'm able to start seeing things. I'm like, oh, okay, and then start shaving off points. But you start.
I have a tendency
0.
that you have to prove yourself to me. Like it's like
you start with 0.
Me, I try to. It's like I do start people. I do start people off with 0.
Right. We're the
and
opposite.
Then you get to 100.
Right. Well, what if they?
You know what I mean? Or you get to 50, or you know what I mean? It's just
But what do they have to do to even get to 5? If you're starting at 0,
I don't even know. I think it's just like, but I'm
When you say
not saying that it's right. I'm just saying that it's.
We don't literally mean, guys. We don't really mean we have like a checklist somewhere that says 100 and 0. No, we're not talking about. We're just saying like just as a metaphor type thing. Metaphor, is that right terminology for it? Hypothetical.
Yeah.
There we go. So yeah. But yeah, if you start at 0, see, my thing is, my philosophy is that if you start low, then you're already, it's a barrier.
Well, I think everybody, I always feel like I guess the way in my brain, I think, is that everybody will treat you, different.
Yeah.
So you never know how someone is going to treat you until you date them.
Right.
And so for me, I think I always start off with no expectations.
Okay.
Because I
like that. No, I do that too.
I started with no expectations because I'm not one of those people that go in and think that's the one.
Yeah. No. Okay. So I don't think that I do that. I agree with you there. I don't do that, but I do. But you don't think that if you start talking to somebody. And like
I want to have a good conversation with people, and that's like it's really funny because I always find like that is the one thing that I find attractive in somebody's conversation. There is nothing worse than dating someone who doesn't have anything to say.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? They have nothing to say to you, or nothing to, or just the conversations that flow.
Right.
Like I like natural stuff, so to me, I don't like forced relationships. I don't like to make relationships happen. And so for me, I always just go in. I guess I don't say 0. I guess I just go in with it thinking it's a date.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so within that date, it's like if things start to not, and they could be a nice person, but we just don't mesh.
Right.
And so that's why I say that, like you start at 0 and you get more. In my mind, is points. Oh, okay. Well, this works.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, he's attractive. Oh, the conversation is always number one for me. It's conversation because I always feel like looks and everything are gonna fade. Right. But if you're with someone for the rest of your life, you got to have some good conversation.
See, I was just thinking though that if you're starting at 0, then you're assuming that there's something's gonna be wrong.
No, I don't look at it like that. I look at it as I guess I look at it as okay. Well, that's good.
It's like
10 points.
So if they do something just randomly, and you're like,
or something like,
or within the conversation, if you're on a date, then within the conversation they do something.
Yeah, or if it's a really good date, like a really nice.
They
date,
gain points on that day.
Yeah, if they spend some good money, and not to be rude, but if they do spend some like nice money, I think that's nice.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I think, well, thank you. You know what I mean? Wow, you really must think of me. Like okay. And then on the date, if our conversation really works.
Yeah, like meshes.
You know what I mean? Then another point, more points. Like that's how I think of it. And then
so when do you get to 10? At least.
Well, no. It's like 10 points.
Oh,
So
okay.
You make it to 0. So it's not like you get a point per thing. You get like, in my mind, it's just like, okay, this is good.
See, I'm even more lenient with my 100 because
if he opens the car door for me, point.
Okay, so because I started at 100, it's like like a 10 point.
It's like 10 points for
scale
every scale that you. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, right, if he did this right, and I like to accept people as they are.
Right.
So I never give people 100 points because I always think, well, you may not be 100 after this day.
Well,
but you might work your way up to that. So,
but if right. But if you don't know them, you can't. I mean, like, hey, I get what you're saying. It makes sense. But if you don't know them, then I'm not passing judgment. That's why I'm starting with 100.
Right, I'm not passing judgment either.
But if you don't give any points, then it is.
I don't pass judgment.
No,
I don't pass judgment. I give everyone the same 0. I don't, because if you come up to me and you have money, right? You still get 0.
Y'all hear this?
You know what I'm saying? To me, if you come to me and you're driving a nice car and you have a lot of nice things, you still get 0. Because
personality.
Everybody's personality is different. You could literally come up in like a hoopty.
Right.
But if your points can start going up if you start doing things like open the car door.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Different. So everybody gets 0 regardless of regardless of how good you look or how not good you look, you know, or whatever, or how you know what I mean? Like I start adding on. I think most people. I always think in my mind like most people think that. Especially like when guys take women out. There's no really expectations. To me, I don't feel like. I feel like you have to be on the date.
Deal breakers bring me down, bring them down to the scale. For
like,
me.
If you start talking about your ex-girlfriend, you lose some points.
Or no, for me, you'll lose points if you like a deal breaker. So like if you're a smoker, I didn't know that.
Bye. That's just all the points.
There are some things. There are some things
or if you drink too much, or something like that, or you try to get too sexual with me and you don't know me. Yeah. Then points start to get. See what I'm saying? Right. So everybody starts at 0 for me.
Yeah, that's.
And then they add. As we go. It's just true. Wow. But you start with everyone. So it sounds sounds negative, but maybe it is. I don't know.
No, I don't think it's negative. It's just
how I feel when I'm with someone. It's just
we're reaching the same goal. Though.
We're reaching the same goal, but we just start at different spectrums.
Right.
But I was supposed to like zodiac signs. I think zodiac signs matter, by the way. And so, like Danielle's a Cancer.
I believe in
you're a Cancer, and I'm a Taurus, and I think that's just part of my personality too, because I am stubborn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I am. You know what I mean? I'm stubborn. Mm-hmm. I'm more in my head, and you're more emotional.
You're very emotional.
You know what I mean? And more in your heart. And you know what I mean? And for me, it's more... I don't get into my heart until... I don't get out of my head until you get to my heart.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't start there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you the world as soon as I realize that... And I'll get right out of my head and give you the world as soon as I think... that this is right.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm one of those people that I agree with you. Like, I'm one of those people that
that's what I think is interesting about this is because I do agree with what you're saying. I'm just like, okay. Yeah, okay, I get you. Even playing field. So you don't want to expect too much.
I think it's good.
I guess if I'm starting people so high that you're saying that
I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't start.
And it's not like I don't worship people or anything like that. But I'm just saying that
you give people the benefit of the doubt
a lot.
You know what I mean? And
if I don't know you though, if I don't know you,
it could be a flaw. I can be kind of a tough person. You know what I mean? And I know that I'm not for everyone.
Kara
you know what I mean?
But Kara's the real.
Like, I know I'm a tough.
Kara is a real deal, y'all. No, Kara is tough, but like, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I'm just a tough.
It can
person,
be. It can be. It can. But I can be. You know, it can happen with me too. But you're tough. You're a tough person.
You have to grow on me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not someone
Some
like.
people like
I usually say like
everyone's
when
different.
people meet you, like you want to just be their friend. Immediately, like you, I'm not. You have to grow on me. Yeah, really like funny. I'm not someone who just.
Like you put us both in a room, and someone
it's like it's funny too because I feel like everybody wants to be around me.
Yeah,
because of it too. It's just but it's just like I'm one of those people that I really don't say much to people. But
the reason why they do that though is because they want to know more about you. and then they're interested in why you're not interested.
Right.
People get interested in why. I think that's just human nature, though. Like, why is this person paying attention to me? Why is this person,
But we get along so well.
I know.
Well, so maybe I need to marry. I need to marry a Cancer.
Well, this is where the zodiac sign
really balance me well.
And I don't even know if y'all believe in zodiac signs, but I know
my last boyfriend was 3 years ago, and he was a Taurus. And
so you guys were both Tauruses.
You know what I mean? Because we treat each other exactly the same. Yeah. And I always used to say, I think he should have dated you.
I would be able to handle him.
Right, because you're more emotional. I feel like he needed more of an emotional woman. Yeah. And
but I dated, remember the guy I dated in New York? He was a Cancer. I'm a Cancer. He was a Cancer. And that was just emotional. Like, it was just too much emotion going on in there. And so I didn't want to see him anymore. But I don't know. I think that like, people make fun of the zodiac thing. Like, I'm not anal about it. Like, where I'm like, like, I'm not sure I'm the type of person to go, what's your sign? Immediately. I would want to know, though. I think I would want to know, though. Right. But usually I can tell people's sign.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell your sign. Like, when I meet you, I usually am right. I would say that I am normally about 80% accurate.
Yeah.
With someone not even telling me what sign they are, I know what sign. I think it's a real thing.
Yeah, I do. I get along.
It's a real thing.
I get along really well with a lot of water signs. So Scorpio.
Yeah. Well, you're Earth.
Well, Scorpio is my opposite sign, by the way. You know what I mean? They say in the Zodiac. They're the dark sign of Taurus. Okay. We're both fixed water and fixed earth. So, I mean, I get along with Pisces, and I do get along with Cancer a lot. Cancer 100%, and Scorpio. And then the other earth signs. So Capricorn and
who's the other one?
And Virgo.
Virgo.
I get along with Virgos really, really well, and Capricorns really, really well. And then with fire signs, it's always Leo.
It's Aries.
For me, it's always Leo. But Leo is also fixed fire.
Yeah.
So I'm fixed earth, fixed fire. But I get along with Leo, and I think maybe it's because Leos are also the opposite of me. They're more flamboyant. They want to be seen. They like to be, and where I'm not. Yeah. I'm not someone. I don't even want to do the show because I don't want to be seen. I'd rather work in the background. But and I think it works well with that. But like Sagittarius. All the Sagittarius, Aries, all the air signs, you can kick rocks. Like I don't do well at all with Aries. I don't do well at all with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And anytime I meet, and it's funny though, Aquarius men like me all the time.
Yeah, you get a lot of Aquarius men.
I mean, a lot, but we never get along.
Right.
It just doesn't work. But
it makes sense why it doesn't. See, if you guys believe in the whole astrology situation, like the earth, air, water, I believe in the elements. Well, I believe in it because it's real, right? We can see this. It's real. So it makes sense that you wouldn't, like, I'm a water sign, so I'm Cancer, I'm a water sign. So whenever I get in contact with an air sign, we don't meet.
No.
And it's, if you literally think about water and air, you just don't really meet. You kind of never, I'm always flowing, they're always going everywhere and doing their whimsical thing, so that's why I think it's a real thing. I really think you should pay attention to that. So yeah, I think it's a real thing. I think I get along with earth signs. Earth and water are literally what they make each other grow. It does. Water makes it grow. You need one to get the other. So
I think.
But maybe that's why me and you get along so well. That's why we're so close.
But beyond the Zodiac, I think it's just that for so many years before that, I dated so many of the wrong people that I think you brainwash yourself after a while. Yeah. This is why I think it's important to get out of bad relationships because they make you think that that's all there is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's so funny because I do think that there are some really great men out there, but I think so many years of dating untrusting men has made me afraid to date men who could be trusting. Yeah. So,
but when you date there's a good thing you got out of that, because when you date not trusting people, you become someone who's not trustworthy to them, because that's the energy that you're exuding. Even though you may be a trustworthy person, because you're automatically assuming that they're, you're having bad relationships. You're going to meet somebody that's meeting that energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
It's
you're
meeting
right.
that energy.
I think it's totally living in the past.
Yeah, because I just did all
that
time.
Is a place, but this is where I feel like I fall short in relationships.
Really?
Yeah, because it is living in the past.
Yeah.
Like I always say that is my biggest deal is relationships. It's just very hard.
I think it's important
for me. To mentally get it together. With
I mean this in like the kindest way possible for myself. I need to shut up sometimes. That's where I kind of mess up. Because I think I don't feel like I'm a know-it-all. Do you think I'm a know-it-all? But yeah, kind of, right? A little bit. But I really just want to I say help people. You know what I mean? And I think that's a flaw of mine, because I mean, and when it comes to relationships, because then I try to become a fixer-upper. Yeah. Now I'm happy to say I'm not that anymore. I'm just saying that I have to watch myself, because I can become that.
Do you have a love language?
I mean, I do, but I don't ever. What are the?
There's 7.
There's 7. I had one before as Ken. I remember. I take the test over again.
Yeah.
There's a whole test. Do you?
Yeah. I think it's 2 though, but you can only
Words of affirmation. I think was one of mine at one point.
I like being. I guess there's like, isn't it like saying like you could be a benefit to someone? Is that a love language? But is it the love language what you give or what you get?
Well, that depends on how you're taking the test, I believe. Yeah. I think the test. We should come back to that, because I should take. But I think that I did take a long time ago.
Really?
I took a long time ago, and I think mine was words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
That was my big thing that I liked, words of affirmation. So I like to get them, and I like to give.
Okay, so then mine would be gifts.
You like to?
I like to give them and get them.
And give them, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always think there's something in a gift.
Yeah.
When you give someone a gift. It's not so much like what it is.
I'm not as.
I love giving gifts.
Yeah, I'm not. So this is another part where we differ, though, because I'm not someone who's, like, I'm thrifty. Kara's not.
I'm not.
Like, I'm very frugal.
I'm not.
Some might say cheap. I don't think I'm cheap. I like, deals, right? I like deals. And so, but I'm just like, she likes more luxury stuff, and I can appreciate that stuff, right? But I'm not driven by it.
No.
But you really like that stuff,
like
you know what I mean?
luxury.
And that's nothing wrong with that. I mean, look, luxury is look. They make that stuff for a reason, for people who want it.
I do. I love luxury.
Yeah.
I hope to be swimming in it soon.
I do want to have lots of money and lots of success.
But you know what, though? I like it. Like you were saying, like, again, like we're talking about Zodiac sign, but they say it's so funny. This is why I believe in Zodiac, because it also, my life path. Like, I'm a life path 8.
Yeah.
But I'm also
a 5.
Okay, right. So I'm life path 8, but I'm also a Taurus. So that has a lot to do with finances on both ends. So I like luxury, because I'm also ruled by Venus, which is I think Libra is also ruled by Venus, and so we like beauty, luxury, and the finer things in life. So to me, I believe that, because it's very true about me. You even say we'll go to the store and she'll find the most expensive thing on the rack and not even think of.
We'll be in the store. We will go to the store, y'all, and I'm just gonna pick something random right now. Syrup. Syrup, okay. So, I like good syrup. I do, right? And Kara's like, I like maple syrup. I love maple. The maple syrup is bomb. I love it so much, right? So I pick a maple syrup. And then she's picking a maple syrup. Kara doesn't look at prices, so she picks up the one that's $15. So it's now we have to get $15 maple syrups.
I always like quality means something to me. You know what I mean? Quality of things mean things to me. And that's not just in things, that's in people. You know what I mean? It's like I was saying, quality means something to me. And quality even in people means something to me. Like the one thing I say I love in men is I like hardworking men. Because I like how they see life. Yeah. They see life bigger. You know what I mean? They don't see it small. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like when you talk about I like power in men, powerhouse men who know how to run businesses and know how to, men who work out and men who, they just see the world in a big way. And I guess I do too. Yeah. I see the world as this huge playground sometimes where I feel like there's just, why would you not want to be on a yacht?
Yeah.
Why would you not want to live in a mansion? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, it's there to be used. Why not do that? Why not be able to travel the world? And so I guess that's just how I see stuff. So even like if it's in the grocery store, I'll find the most expensive thing there, but on accident. I don't even look at the price. I just pick it up. You know what I mean? So I think it's just intuitive.
Yeah. No, probably is.
Just intuitive. But even like when I feel like what kind of men are you attracted to?
You mean like when?
Like qualities. Like I was saying, the one thing I like about men, the one thing I do like about men is when they can fix things.
Yeah.
I like any man who can fix. This is one of the reasons why I like construction workers.
Yeah.
And I like mechanics and stuff like that. Yeah. Mostly because I think that is the most attractive thing in the world, to watch a man fix something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, I do like that, but I love creative men.
Oh, okay.
So, men that are in the creative field. So, if, like my ex, he was editor. Right. I like people who are just more creative and what's the word? Like maybe intellectual.
Yeah. I like to see men.
I don't either. Yeah.
I like to see men doing what they love to do with passion.
Right. And
that is a turn on to me. I don't care. It's like money will come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You do what you love and money will come. You know what I mean? So, but it's just something about when someone is passionate about what they do and just you feel like they can't wait to get up in the morning. They can't wait to do something. You really want to be around that. You know what I mean? And so whenever I see really successful men, no matter what they do for a living, I just think I love the energy of men who just feel like they can conquer the world.
Yeah, right. And just love what they do. And then I'm in a place in my life where I finally feel like I at least never feel like I can conquer the world. That was never I never felt like that. But now I'm in a place where I feel like I could definitely driven to do more, have more, feel more, just all of that. You know what I mean? I'm in a different place. So I think that my style of man has changed. Because my type of man used to be, I don't know, was kind of an all-American type person. You know what I mean? That likes to watch football and, but now I'm just kind of like, I want somebody a little bit more worldly. You know what I mean? And maybe can teach me something.
Right.
Oh,
that's another thing.
Because it's important.
I like any man that is weird. That
teach me something. Inspire me. Inspire me to be better. But that's one thing. Inspire me to be better because, you need that. I think people need that.
I mean, my ex-boyfriend was 13 years older than me, and I do tend to like older men. And I think that I like older men because they are just more worldly and they have been around longer.
Yeah.
And they do know how to act a certain way because they're just older. You know what I mean? And so I do fall in love with a lot of older men because of that. You know what I mean? That sort of person I can look up to. It's kind of weird, but I like to sort of learn. Yeah. From a man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I like learning. Right. And, I like someone to know something that I don't.
No, yeah. And I like that people, period.
And yeah. But especially in my partner, I feel like I have to have someone who can really teach me something.
Well, because
or be inspired by him, or just look at him in some sort of admiration of.
Well, that's why people say when they say opposites attract. This is where that works out well because people who are opposite of you are going to automatically kind of, in a good way, force you to get out of your whatever it is. Right. Or force you to come down to be more calm. Because I've dated men who were very, worldly and doing all kinds of stuff. And, it made me want to do all that, right? But then the same token, they were like, yeah, but I like how settled you are. Because I'm a settled person. I love comfort. I've been like this all of my life. I love just the comfort of home. Movies. This is just my coffee and a candle. Me too. This is me.
I'm a total introvert.
Yeah, so it's like I'm not a big extroverted person, although I think that I can be extroverted, but the majority of the time I'm a very big homebody, and I'm kind of proud of that. I'm not.
Well, I would say that I'm not the most extroverted person, but I do like to entertain. I love giving parties, and I love to entertain and things like that. I like planning stuff and entertaining. Yeah, me too. I do like that. So, I do. I just feel like, and I think it would benefit me to be with an extroverted man, just so I can do that.
Or someone who leans that way,
or someone who needs me for that. You know what I mean? Like I've always wanted to, help my husband I need to be a benefit to you. Yeah. Like for me, it's just like I can never just be a woman that just is window dressing. Yeah. You see those women that just like, you know what I mean? Like I have to be a benefit to you. I have to feel like I'm helping you or helping you become.
Well,
something.
that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? You know, they call that the helpmate or whatever. So
I wouldn't say I need to be a power couple. Like I don't think we need to be that. I don't know if I really like that.
The power couple.
Like I'm not more. I don't feel like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like that works for them. But you know what I mean? Like I feel like I need to be a benefit to my husband in some way. Like I feel like if he needs me to help him further along his business, I really want to be a part of that.
Yeah, I mean, it teaches own when it comes to the power couple thing. I know people who are power couples. I guess you can put them in that category, and sometimes there's a power struggle because because what happens is that both people are usually overachievers, and you know what I mean, and.
But both of us are kind of determined people as well too, because you know I would no matter what I've ever done as far as work is concerned, I've always been the best somewhere. You know what I mean? And I've always been very determined to get things done well, and I like that.
Might have this traits that you get from people, right? And I think we got that from my mother.
Yeah.
My mom is probably one of the hardest workers that I know out there. My mother enjoys work too, by the way. You know what I mean? You know, and so
also she gets things done.
Work ethic that I think that we have amazing, and now this is the one thing that you can say. One thing you can say you're proud of in your life, think about what that is. I can say that it's my work ethic. I like that I can pull my own weight. I like that, you know, if I'm with a team of people at work, that they can rely on me and trust that I'm going to get some stuff done. You know, I've been in managerial positions before where I'm overseeing stuff, and it's just... I feel very confident with myself and very driven when it comes to stuff like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like even with a man, I have to feel like I'm a benefit because even at work, I have to feel like the reason why I'm really good at work all the time is because I like to feel like I'm benefiting the company. So I've never been one of those people that like to go to work and like to just blend in. I like to stand out and I like for my work to speak for me. You know what I mean? And so, but I love the idea of being a benefit to anything that I do. You know what I mean? I would say one thing I like about myself is my determination. And you know, it's funny is that even when we lost everything and we had to start again, and I was so depressed, and I kept thinking, you know, that my life is over. I kept saying that my life is just over, but there's always this determination in me that it kind of pissed me off a little bit because I wish I could give up. But I couldn't. I'm not one of those people that you know, like I said, when we first lost everything, I thought now I see why people commit suicide. But I can never do it because the reason why I can't do it is because I'm just not like that. I cannot give up.
I'm a solution person, so something's going wrong. I will not sleep until I find a solution. You know, that can be good and bad, but I like to figure it out. You know what I mean? And I think that can be beneficial when it comes to having a relationship. And the only reason I'm thinking about relationships right now is because, you know, I'm 42. You know what I mean? Like, it's time to get back in there. And it's not too late and all that. You know what I mean? It's not too late. It's just that I feel good about getting back out there. And that's not something that I felt good about years ago because, you know, probably because I'm working on myself. But, yeah, I feel good about that now. And so you have to feel confident with what you can benefit, be a benefit to.
And see, that's where I lose my confidence, I think. Yeah. You know, I'm still working on my male issues. You know what I mean? But not in a bad way. Like, I used to think that all men really sucked. You know what I mean? And then I realized it was me that really sucked. That was why I was dating men who suck. You attract who you are. You know what I mean? But now I realize it really was me. And I'm going to have to, like, face the fear of letting my guard down. And that's the only way that you're ever going to, you attract who you are. So if I don't let my guard down, I'm going to meet someone just like me. Again, I think that's what happened with my ex. We were the same. We're literally the same. You know what I mean? And so I really want to find someone who, or you know, I don't believe we find each other either. I think, or we find each other. I don't need to, you don't really need to look for me and I don't really need to look for him. I think that we kind of just attract each other.
Yeah, I think stars align for things to
So I think you guys just find each other. But I think, you know, it's like I want someone that's, I gotta have a strong person in my life. I'm a pretty strong woman. So I really feel like I need someone who's kind of, who's got he's got his masculinity in check. And he's, just, again, I think that's why I like powerful type men. It's because it makes me feel like I can follow you. Because if I feel like my thing is that I can be a leader, leader mentality, and I don't want to be in a relationship. I want him to be. So I feel like with men that have power or have a good personality like that, then they will make me want to lead. That's why I like older men, I think, a lot of times, because I feel them naturally leading. Yeah. Because they're older.
Right. I always date men that are my, you ever notice that? I date men who are literally my age, or maybe a year older. Yeah. I don't mean to. But it is who you attract.
It's just who you attract.
It's who you attract.
But a lot of older men like me.
Yeah.
You know.
And that could just be the boss.
Remember that really old man that liked me, that 80-year-old?
Oh God, there was just
that was creepy, but that was a little creepy. But I just thought.
I mean, I was
kind of shocked about it.
Yeah, he was. First of all, he was a cowboy.
Yeah, black cowboy.
He was a black cowboy, y'all.
But
he was a really good man, like a pillar of the community, whatever. But
if he had been in his 50s, I probably would date him. He was old.
He was 80s.
He was like 80 something. But I never dated anyone. I'm not Anna Nicole over here. You know what I mean? But you know, I was shocked. I was like, "You like me?" Yeah. Like. He was just too old, but he was cute. I love the cowboy hat. Yeah. You know, there's nothing. There's like black cowboys. Those that's cute. Like black men who own ranches and stuff. Yeah, give me. I'll be Dallas in a minute.
I want to move to Texas, anyways.
I would love to live in Texas. Love it. We used to live there.
We did many moons ago. Many moons ago. Well, we did.
But you know, the journey continues, and one day I'll be talking to you guys, and I'll be married.
Yeah, one day we'll be.
Is this the wedding finger? Or is it this one?
Wow. The left is the...
So this is my...
That's the...
You know, so yeah, this finger has been bothering me lately, so that means that something goes here.
Oh, there you go. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen.
So yeah, I just, I'm really excited to meet my husband. Yeah. You know what I mean? I want to know who he is. Right. You know, I think it's just nice to know that you're going to wake up with someone who understands you and go to bed with someone who understands you.
Yeah. You know. I think I'm excited about the whole, dating thing. Yeah. I mean... People always say
I'm not really excited about dating.
I won't say excited, but I mean, because it's going to be for the people.
But I know that my husband's out there, so I know that one day I'm going to be married, so I know that he's out there, so I know I have to date. Yeah. Yeah, I am.
But you don't want to go into dating saying, "Oh, dating." I know people who do this and go, "Oh, no, dating sucks."
Actually, I've always said as bad as relationships. I've always had good dates.
Yeah, dates pretty good.
You know, I've had really good dates. The men aren't always great.
If you go in with mentality though that dating sucks, then dating will.
Well, I won't do that. I won't go say but that's the reason why I keep saying it's me. Yeah. It's not them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So whenever I start dating people, I'll realize that it isn't them. It's me. And as long as I know it's me, then I'm giving men a shot. It's funny too because I also like being single. You know what I mean? It's just that's the other thing. It's like sometimes
if I can have the feeling.
I think I'm my best person when I'm in love.
If I can have the feeling.
But yeah, I like being
okay. So if I'm with someone,
I love my single life.
I understand that you have to kind of give that single life, you know, feeling up, or you know what you do in your single life when you're with someone, but. You do want to feel that comfortableness with somebody. Yeah. You know what I mean? So whoever I meet, I just want it to be comfortable.
Yeah, remember Jerry Seinfeld said that's how he knew his wife was his wife? He said, because
I didn't mind having
her
around.
He said, he's like, just having her walk in my house. I didn't mind her I didn't mind her being in my home. Yeah. You know?
It's comfortable. There's a I don't know, it's just this feeling that I know that what people mean when they say that. It doesn't mean that you know, you settled. It's just this feeling of I can just literally be myself with this person. Yeah. I've always wanted to be with someone who knows how I take my coffee and orders it for me, or just orders the food for me because they just know exactly how I'm taking. That's just cool to me. Whenever I think about that, or just know me. I want someone to just know me. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had anybody really just know me.
All right. You know, I'm one of those people who I actually, like you were saying, I actually do like being single too. You know, because you have so much freedom. You don't have to impress anybody. You don't have to. You can literally just be yourself. Yeah. And so you're right. If you can find someone that makes me feel as happy and as better as I am single, then I will be happy to be married. Right. You know. Yeah.
Relationships are great though.
Yeah, they are. I think that's what I say. I'm my best when I'm in love. I'm my best self. Yeah. There's nothing better to me, and to me, and this beats being single too. There's nothing more because I love love. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? Like to be such a person that's kind of I love love. Yeah. You know what I mean? I love music. Yeah. I love especially like old school music. I love music. I love anything about love. I like Valentine's Day. I like all of that. I like weddings.
Well, but my feelings is that we are not meant as human beings to be alone. Right. I've always felt that we're supposed to have a companion. People are supposed to have a companion. Right. You know, look, it doesn't matter whatever. if you're gay, lesbian, whatever, heterosexual, doesn't matter to me or her. But I do think people are supposed to be together. We're gonna have to go because my phone is probably gonna die or whatever. So that's it for today. To the person who asked the question about who we are, again,
I'm Kara
and I'm Danielle, and yeah. So thank you for even asking your questions. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel, Convos with Kara and Danielle. Okay, here as well as on Facebook. So if you would like, subscribe here and go like our page on Facebook. And we have videos up every Tuesday. So we will see you guys next Tuesday. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.